Hey everybody.
How you doing?
Hey Internet. Bradley Jackson here with Brian McElhaney. We're on the set of Intramural. It is actually raining outside.
Did it just start actually?
I think it just started. First question is from James W. James asks, what is your Intramural character like and what influenced your performance?
Oh, that's a great question, James. Thanks. My Intramural character is named Chance. He's sort of this emo, gothy, effeminate, magician, dark, edgy football receiver. He's a lot of different pieces of the puzzle that this man wrote that I read and went, what the hell? And then it was my challenge to put it together, and I really enjoyed making this guy come alive. They dyed my hair black, which I've always wanted to do, put this purple thing in it, gave me fingernail polish, gave me eyeliner.
Look at these socks he's wearing.
These socks.
Yeah.
And like I remember sending a photo to my mom, and I was like, "What do you think?" And she was like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so glad. Isn't it wonderful you never went through this phase? I'm so glad I didn't have to deal with this." Like I think she's actually concerned that I'm like even pretending to be this person because I was never a dark kid at all. But the truth is, I kind of really like wearing eyeliner because it's just sort of stayed in my eyes after being on set. And I've been walking around town in Austin, and it's like I feel like people kind of look at me and have like a little bit more respect.
Yeah.
Immediately, because it seems like I know who I am more than I actually do. So I kind of like it. I think I'm going to keep my hair black for a while. Not at the behest of my agent, for sure.
Okay, next question is from Grant M. And he asked, what is the grossest thing you've ever eaten or drank for comedy?
The grossest thing I've ever eaten or drank, that would probably have to be Nick Kocher's saliva. That happens a ton on stage. There's a sketch we do where we kiss at the end. And it's not just a kiss, it's like a full-on, it's about a 20-second kiss. And by the end of it, Nick is often on top of me, and it's just like, drool's just kind of dripping into my mouth.
Next question we have is from Nicholas L.
Yep.
What was it like being inside Nathan Fillion?
Yes, we were inside Nathan Fillion, and I don't know if you saw this documentary we made called Sexy Pool Party. Someone was just filming Nick and I at the pool one day, and
crazy. It
kind of happens every time we go swimming where we turn into Nathan Fillion and kind of get inside him towards the end of a pool party. It was slimy, it was a little sticky, robotic actually. There were a bunch of whole figs just hanging out inside his body. You can eat them. You know how they say like if you put 1,000 monkeys together typing, they eventually write the works of Shakespeare?
Yeah.
There was 1,000 monkeys in there just typing, and then when he speaks in real life, that's just sort of what comes out.
So some of it's babble, but some of it's genius.
It's all babble.
Next question is from Vanessa W. She wants to know, what was your own sports career like growing up?
It's a very mean question, Vanessa W, because you know the answer is it was non-existent. I actually know Vanessa W. How are you doing? No, it wasn't non-existent. I played basketball and baseball like most kids and thought I was really great at it until you kind of hit the age of puberty, and then survival of the fittest kind of just weeds out who's actually going to become a sports star and who's not. And I enjoyed it. I feel like when I was like 14 or 15, I was still like really enjoying basketball and baseball and playing them, and I was like, why am I all of a sudden like really not good compared to most people who just sort of like grow to be hulking men? And then I kind of realized, oh, it's just the theater. The theater is calling. Oh wow, that's much more in my wheelhouse.
Okay, last question we have is from Candace. Candace, I'm sure you guys get this question all the time, but let's just do it. Okay. How did you and Nick meet? Okay. And when was it a moment where was there ever a moment where you're like, we should start making a lot of comedy together?
That's actually a good question because there is kind of a definitive answer to it.
Okay, great.
Which is, and this is a fun story for people who know it. Nick and I, we went to the same preschool, we played in the same baseball league, we went to the same performing summer arts camp. Our friends all knew each other, our parents knew each other. We didn't meet till we were 17. Wow. This started when we were 5 years old, and our lives just kept intersecting over and over again. We both went to very small schools in Atlanta, and we met right before our senior year of high school. We became very fast friends. We were both like kind of the big actors of our year at our schools, and it was just like very clear that like it just clicked immediately. Right. And then once we heard that like we had seen each other so much, or we had intersected so much during our lives, we were like, oh, this makes total sense.
Right.
Kurt Vonnegut talks about a karass, which is when people enter people's lives so much that they're meant to be together, and that's sort of what we've always viewed Britannic as. Nice. So we went to NYU together, and he was always active in my film projects, and then by the senior year, once YouTube started being a thing, and other people started doing sketch comedy on it, we were like, oh yeah, that's exactly right. But let me say again, you've written really fun parts for both of us to play. I'm really happy to play Chance. I know Nick is having fun with Grant. Yeah. And you're just the best.
Oh my god. Is
it clear that I'm hitting on him?
Oh my god. This is like the opposite of the interview.
Can I buy you a drink? This is weird. Like, do you feel this?
It's very funny. The interview with Nick was the exact opposite. We were playing like we didn't like each other the entire time.
Nick wasn't playing.